set up Sapat for a winning matchup, and they force RSG to pick up. Okay, the Paquito first here. Oh, I like that. I like the backshot. They're gonna push the tempo. Dude, they can actually look for so much map control this game. They have so much more mobility. Even if Homeboys go for like a counter pick, I think it won't really hurt Repo that much, because Repo have so many ways to take this on the Paquito.
What worries me is that this kind of locks RSG into playing for that early game, right? Because the scaling on their side is not going to quite match up to Homeboys who have that Natan. They have to make things happen early on, and we saw previously if RSG is forced into these situations, it doesn't usually end well.
Well, final words from you, Mirko, before we head into game number 4. Adrian say that this is going to be an early game-centric draft for RSGMY. How is this looking for you?
If they continue to fight, it's the same as game number 3 earlier. Game number 4 should go to RSG Malaysia, and as long as they keep it disciplined, once they get that snowball, use it.
All right, thank you, Mirko. We're going to head into game number 4. Pretty soon, can RSG Malaysia get closer to doing the impossible, pushing us to a game number 5? But to find out.
Will they make a miracle here? Will they silence the crowd once more from RSGMY? Can they take game 4? This is it to find out, because this is the lower bracket finals. Game 4, RSGMY versus Homeboys to fight for the second slot into the grand finals here. This is the Land of Dawn. This is the battle for supremacy.
Doing the series justice, it would be kind of a buzzkill if we go down in 3 games, but at least we're getting a 4th for now. RSG realizing that tempo is the way to go. Stopping Homeboys in the tracks is the way to go.
One thing we've also observed during this playoffs is that Homeboys does have a tendency to lose some steam the longer the series goes. So hopefully the fatigue isn't going to start kicking in here, because they just need that 1 point to secure a guaranteed wildcard slot at the very least. RSGMY though, like I mentioned already, this is a composition that's going to be very strong in those first couple of levels, especially that first turtle fight. We'll see if they can make an impact.
Yeah, I mean, talk about losing steam, RSGMY. This is their 9th game. Well, not really, this is their 7th game of the day, right? They lost 3, they played 3 against SRG. This one is the 4th against Homeboys. So if anything, it's been quite a day for RSGMY.
Yeah, even Homeboys as well, they played so... Actually, Homeboys has played more games, right?
Yeah, actually,
they have, yes.
Game.
They played an additional more game, and I'm surprised they're still able to somewhat keep up in terms of tempo. So fatigue is starting to kick in for me for both these teams here. Eventually, it is going to be a battle of war of attrition, and I think in terms of endurance-wise, Homeboys and RSGMY will eventually feel it if they drag into game 5, and that is not a position that any team wants to be with. So this is a do or die for Homeboys, and if RSGMY takes this game, it's going to be anyone's game on game 5, because you won't expect it as well, because it comes down to who's able to endure longer than the rest.
Like the fact that Sabat kept that vengeance, just not panic pressing it, because he knows how important that can be. He can still reset, get his health back, and press come to the bottom lane to try and contest for the turtle. He won't have his ultimate though for a while.
Yeah, that could be a problem potentially in RSG.
Oh, here comes the start. They do find TB. That's huge for RSGMY. Udil getting focused down as well. He's trying to hold on for his dear life. He's stolen the Primal Buff. He's got the spell web. He's man-numbing. He's man-fighting every single one. And Sapat is able to turn the tides. And now here comes the circling Edo to reset the fight. And Homeboys with one fell swoop. What a clutch from Udil. What a stomp.
Man, you gotta be kidding me. Woodil steals the Primal Wrath and man fights 4 people of RSGMY. A bit unfortunate for Storm. He could have turned back into the mecha form and get the Earth Shadow knockup, but he died before the animation could go off, and just like that, Homeboys turn a losing fight into a winning one.
Yeah, the value of stealing Edith ult as well is that you turn into Edith afterwards. So he was even able to CC an additional player on top of all the damage he had already done. And we know that Valentina is going to have slightly more magic attack compared to that Edith, which is why Udil was able to just directly man-fight Homeboys, turning a bad situation into a winning fight.
What a clutch coming in here. Udil has had it enough, considering how much aggression has been made onto him in the previous game. But this game, I feel like Udil is in a situation where he's able to take advantage of his passive ability, right? Like if he's a level ahead of enemies here, he is going to get additional spell web out of it. And if he's keep heating damages on hero, he's going to get additional XP from his passive ability. So I think to compensate that with Primal Rafts' I would say toolkit, it just gives him so much sustainabilities in teamfights, so much damage output as well, and a way to even counter setup against RSGMY. And the best thing about this is that it's so easy for him to steal the ultimate, but of course, having Divergent is going to be the priority. You can see Storm looking to trying to re-engage this fight, but RSGMY just rethinks their choices right now.
And RSGMY knows that Udio doesn't have the Primal Wrath this time, but he's still playing aggressively to try and utilize the passive.
Oh, Storm. No, not going to be connecting here. Chibi looking to try and force Vinogo out into a sticky situation. This turtle fight is going to be very, very important. They've lost the first one coming from RSGMY, but Vinogo somehow still manages to catch up in XP. So looks like they don't really want to make an attempt this time. Lodio's going to be a babysitter here to try and clear off the minions, but Homeboys, they're just not risking it here. But Divergent, wait a minute. Oh no, they found Chibi. Oh, nice sight that the taunt comes in as well. They can't seem to chain stun on Chibi. They're making mistakes, and now the gobble out by Homeboys. They punish this. They need to run. Izanami will fall. Nets won't be able to pick him apart. But Lolios is going for the hunt. Udio with the Divergent doesn't get out. No, he doesn't get out. He almost did. What a close fight, but still, it's not over yet. RSGMI was able to trade 1-for-1, but they're so low. The turtle in hands of a no-go. RSGMI, they actually comes up on top. They take the turtle. Homeboys, they lose the battle of attrition right now.
Thank goodness RSGMI was able to salvage that. That could have gone way worse. I believe the Earth Shadow the timing might be a bit off from Stolen with the flicker, allowing Chibi to get away, but Lo Liao cashing on a 1 kill onto Udio, that is something that they definitely needed to happen to make sure that even though Homeboys sort of won the initial fight, they're not getting too far away with it.
Yep, and now Zorn is going to be a little bit of harassment here, but again, it feels like RSG should have lost way much more there. Like, you can start to see the fatigue start to kick in on both teams. And again, it all comes down to landing those spells. And Udio now, finally, going to be taking the Primal Wrath in this case here. So, Homeboys, they are going to try and start a fight around Udio's Primal Wrath. And that's something that RSGMY needs to be wary of.
And they already fell victim to it once. They gotta realize the danger of it. Sapat though.
Oh, they've got the sustain. Lolios is able to get out, but Sapat, he gets picked up from the sides. RSGMY, they make an attempt down bottom, but Homeboys trying to make a play, but it just wasn't good enough. Chibi also forced to give away control. RSGMY trying to make a miracle right here, right now.
This game devolving into a slugfest. These two teams are rivals. They acknowledge it, they know it, they revel in it. And neither side is giving advantage freely to their opponents. Lolil, though, already 1k gold ahead of Nets thanks to being part of that early kill. Already having 2 items completed.
Storm walking up in the wrong bush, gets chased down, but he still flickers out of there. Izanami able to buy enough time as well. He's got the damage, but Storm finally dies to the hands of Udio. He will trade with Chibi's life though. Now Zord looking to try and stall the fight for RSGMY, but Lolios! He's able to pick one! And double kill for Repo as well. RSGMY looking to go absolutely bonkers with this wolf here. And now Homeboys, they're trading 50-50s. They want to try to set up a play, but that should be all for now for Homeboys. They have to be careful because RSGMY is bearing their fangs here in outer desperation. Udio, oh no, combo comes in. Repo, whew. This is back and throw punches coming from both sides.
Very unlucky for Storm because he died to the chain lightning from Udio's Primal Wrath form, but Rippo is 3-1 so far. The Lycan pounds damage from Lo Liao just now transferred over to Rippo's victims. RSGMI looking for the 3rd turtle of this game.
RSG so far in control. They're able to take a lot of these fights. They're able to come out on top. Lolil already starting to build up a good amount of damage too. If you ask me personally, Homeboys are taking more fights than they need to here. Oh. Like, this is a comp that can scale better. They shouldn't be forcing things.
My god, that was so much damage coming in from Izanami as of yet. And now they're going to go for the collapse. Does he win the turtle fight? No, Chibi again. He is going to secure this as well. Thor going to be the first to fall here. RSGMI going to be looking to try and trade even more. The out here coming from Nets just not going to be able to do too much value here, but RSGMI, they may have lost the turtle, but they are getting pickoffs here and there.
And the damage from Izanami is so explosive. Like Zorn disappeared the moment he got vacuumed in by the Yan reaction, and Lodi Yao continuing to push that lead, making sure that he's going to be the first one to hit critical mass, going to the tier 1 and now taking tier 2 bottom. Divergent just to get some vision to RSGMY. They got priority set.
Things starting to look a little bit dicey. We talked about this. RSGMY, this comp is designed to snowball. It's designed to get kills and scale off of that. Homeboys have done a good job of making sure it doesn't go too far, because the net worth lead right now actually isn't all that much 9 minutes in. But again, they gotta be so much more careful. There needs to be a degree of respect here. RSG has found their momentum. This is not the same team from game 1 and 2.
A miracle is about to happen. RSGMY for the play. Divergence play comes in. Izanami, no, wait. He needs to get out. Oh, Chibi. It was stopped in his track here. Izanami, fast reactions. May have been a worse scenario for RSGMY. Like, it could have turned real bad if he was caught out right there and then.
He won't have the flicker for the next almost 2 minutes, right? Lord is spawning in less than 30 seconds. Unfortunate for RSGMY, but at least Izanami kept his life. And they can assume this mid lane control for now. As long as they stay in the bush, Izanami can continuously poke at Homeboys.
Oh man, I just noticed something kind of unfortunate as well. Out of the 5 kills that Homeboys have gotten so far, 3 went to Zorn. Literally the last person that you want kills on, because it's not going to bring a lot of value to him compared to some of the other cores. Now that could be affecting Homeboys in terms of their farm a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give away his kill, his death as well, but the shutdown kill is going to be giving a little bit more. And as of yet, this is going to be a little bit of an interesting one for you guys. I've heard news here, Husky, that we've hit an all-time new PCU, and as of now, if you guys are interested to secure, get even more codes here, you can wait for the next code with 500,000 PCU. So be sure to keep watching here, and we've hit the numbers thus far. But again, now back to the fight here. What's about to happen?
It's going to be an important Lord dance, right? Homeboys would catch.
Ooh, he's just gone.
Yeah, straight up just destroys
Izanami. Izanami just completely melted from that fight. Homeboys just, you know, finding an inch here. They're trying to find a little bit of mistakes here. As you can see, they're trying to go for the poke. Lord Dance comes in. RSGMY. They need Izanami back in 10 seconds here. He's got the divergence to rejoin the fight. But Homeboys, they have to play this a little bit safely here. You can see they're focusing on Udil. Chibi looking for the taunt. Storm going to be focusing as well. Here comes Collect. Tortoise Person comes in.
Wow.
With a 2-man stun comes in. Lolios looks to turn the fight, and he's going to try and run them all down. Sapan looking to re-engage, but the taunt from Chibi stops him from re-engaging. Now, with Izanami back in action, Homeboys immediately says, run! We don't want to fight with Izanami. And now, they have to back off. Not overcommitting with this fight.
Man, Ripple saving his teammate, 2 different teammates with that knockout punch. And that could have been so much worse for RSGMY. They get another fighting chance for this. Izanami still has that flicker, but Storm has lost his.
That is a good disengage from the Homeboys there. Recognizing that once it was time to go, it was time to go, but they're still pushing it.
Oh, take 2 comes in. Chibi getting his HP down, half HP as well. Zorn with the Circling Eagle to try and see how's the scenario on from RSGMY. Both teams cannot afford to fight this carelessly. They're taking it very, very safe. And this is a stalemate, but again, the ideal targets to be taken down right now from both sides usually is going to be the marksman, but it seems like Homeboys is focusing on Izanami while RSGMY is focusing on the back flag. They find Nets! What a catch by RSGMY in the heat of the moment in this stalemate, and now they collapse on towards RSGMY. Homeboys, they're taking a lot of damage, but they're all clumped up. Udil is trying his best to do much damage with his Primal Wrath. Sapan surviving for the longest of time, but it's not good enough. RSGMY is able to get more, but Udil is able to even the score. 3v2. Udil now on the hunt. RSGMY, they're so low, and they have to back off.
Well, at least they got the minute wave to push down the top tier 2. That's the least that RSGMY could hope for. Man, that divergence from Izanami opened up the floodgates, but Udil once more in their Primal Wrath form just manhandling the rest of RSGMY. All of them in the red, and Udio finding 2 kills in the process.
Udil just becoming a secondary marksman when he has that Edith ultimate stolen, topping the damage dealt rankings by a wide margin here. RSGMY, that should not have happened to them. That was a great fight, a great catch. They should have backed it off there, stayed 5-man strong. They could have gotten the Lord for free, but now it's going to be yet another 50-50. And even after everything, the net worth difference is even.
Oh my goodness, take 3, boys, take 3. Despite all the fights happening, not much has been gained from both sides besides a couple of levels. But again, as once the stalemate again, the calm before the storm. Who's gonna be the ones to make the first move right here, right now?
Man, imagine if they catch Nets again. He's standing in the exact same bush that he got caught, RSGMY. He's a Nami, he's thinking about making a play, but this dance, RSGMY needs a bit more info.
If you didn't notice, Nets actually checked that bush specifically.
Oh boy,
he's skilled
scared.
to it.
He's scared. He is scared. Now GB looking for the taunt. Storm's going to be there as well. Vinogo with the shooting unity doesn't find a single player from HOMEBOIS who's out of position. And it's just so difficult and frustrating to see what's happening to both these teams because HOMEBOIS, again, match point. RSGMY trying to make a miracle now. GB not going to risk the 50-50 Storm. Getting harassed in, but again, both still inch by inch, pixel by pixel, waiting for a response. Repo now gonna get dived in, finally making the jump. Repo in a little bit of trouble, he's taking a little bit of damage here, but the divergent play!
What?
He collapsed on Nets! He needs to get out, but the winds of nature of Nets is able to buy time. He eventually falls, but they all crumble. Loleo picks them all apart. It comes down to this crash once again. Izanami is trying to kite Serpent as long as he can. Chibi finds Storm on the side, but he needs backup. Serpent is gonna get finished apart here, and he will fall. 3v1 with one fell swoop. RSGMY is able to flip the tables. HOMEBOIS in some serious trouble, but at the same time, Chibi, he's got no retribution here. Does he run for the Lord?
Doesn't matter.
He cannot. He has
He
to
should
defend.
not.
He cannot.
Wow. I mean, first of all, Ness has a Winds of Nature starting side. He has Spell Vamp. He powered through all of that and he still dies. That's how much damage RSGMY has. Good on Loleo. He executes Ness. Now he has a great Dragon Spear. That only makes him so much stronger. He hits with crits. Now he has extra movement speed when he transforms. But able to jump to Zorn with the Lycan Pounce as Zorn retreats with the Guiding Wind. Puts him at such a safe distance. And Ripple not dying, allow himself to kill off Udio in the process. RSGMY finding crucial fights.
I cannot believe RSG just teleports the entire team on top of HOMEBOIS. Like, do you know how risky that is? If they get caught like in the wrong spell altogether, it could have cost them the entire fight, but it didn't. They won that. That's a 4K net worth lead now for RSGMY. Loleo still 0 deaths thus far. HOMEBOIS, we might actually see them pulled into a game 5.
Oh boy, the dream is real. The reverse comeback might happen here. A miracle here on MPL MY Season 13. Expect the unexpected. Now, with the Lord crashing in, Loleo is going to be doing a little bit of damage check on GB. He's dropping down pretty low. Izanami looking for a couple of catches, but he's going to be fine for now. It's full defense for HOMEBOIS. Waiting for the jump. Here comes the slam coming in as well. Chibi gets a 2-man's taunt, but he's going to be fine for now. He needs to back off. Zorn needs to get out as well, but they're making an attempt as well. Chibi in a little bit of trouble. Can he get out? Yes, he will. Circling Eagle coming from Zorn to commit into this fight.
Wait,
Udio, he tried to make a play, and Udio, he actually gets out while scaring off RSGMY.
Man, that Guiding Wind, the shield, not only saved Zorn from the burst of RSGMY, but also got Udio out. HOMEBOIS teetering on the edge, but RSGMY, they have found a big window. 2 inhibitors down on HOMEBOIS.
Oh boy, who knows what's gonna happen coming up next. What we do know is that RSGMY has actually scaled up. We talk about how HOMEBOIS has better late game scaling overall, but because RSGMY has hit this peak a little bit sooner, they're still the ones in control since HOMEBOIS only has 1 tower left over. And both mid laners have been making work this game.
Oof. What a game. Now, battle spells all already baited out as well. At least 2 minutes. RSGMY has got no flickers on Loleos, no flickers on Storm. But guess what? They're still going to make an attempt. And this time, they're going to be focusing on Serpent. They chain the stun here, but it is a Tamus for a reason. Extremely tanky. Not the right target they were looking for. RSGMY just banking on this divergent surprise. And somehow, it's forcing HOMEBOIS to play very passively because of the fact that they need Nets alive.
Yo, Storm just got a Starlium scythe.
Yeah, I mean, he's done with Udio. like Udio has been out-damaging him. Storm is like, I want to be the part of this. I want to be able to man-fight like Udio in his primal form. But RGNY, they still force out Suppot's Vengeance, and they can do this as much as they want, right? Checking bushes with the Divergence. The fact that the map is wide open for RGNY means that Izanami, he's going to have such a great time just giving HOMEBOIS jump scare. Lord coming up.
It's so difficult for HOMEBOIS to play on the map right now because that diversion could come from anywhere, and Izanami is constantly using it to scout out the map and see if there's openings that they can take advantage of. HOMEBOIS knows that they are just one fight away, one lost battle away from potentially going into a full series, and then all bets are off, right? It's just going to be a slugfest considering the number of games both these teams have played.
Well, in this case, the playmaker is gotta be Izanami, because once he makes a play, everyone from RGNY is gonna be dropping on Nets once more. But to make things a little bit interesting here, they are gonna try and get information using this Lord Dance. HOMEBOIS now looking to retreat. Minions are shoved out, but again, it's all about waiting.
It's all about finding Nets. Nets is the key. At this point, Nets goes down. It's bets off. RGNY will have a chance. Here we go.
Divergent. Here he comes. They are going to be sending one up top as well. Looks like, oh, they don't find anyone, but it is going to be the deep rush up top. So if Nets decides to flank from that side, he might be in a little bit of trouble here. It seems very close, but Udil is going to be showing himself. Here he comes. They are going to try and collapse this, but no, they don't want to fight this. They want Nets specifically. Lolio is there. He finally shows himself and fight Udil. They don't know. He was a bait, and now HOMEBOIS, they lose Udil 4v5. And now they collapse on Chibi. Can they get out? Entropy comes in. Suppot is going to be throwing his body with the Vengeance here to try and buy time for the team. But nobody is re-engaging with him as well. Nets is trying his best. He's got the Winds of Nature. He tries to make a play. He will do so. But RSGNY is just too strong. They've got the numbers. They've got the sustains. And now Chibi needs to reset. He's got Immortalities. He's got Sword. But it is 3v2. They have a damage dealer. They found Lolios, but at the same time, can they chip against this Crystal? Do they have the physical attack? It's all spells. They're clearing minions. They're going for the Crystal. Circling Eagle to buy time. Chibi, they need to start taunting as well. And they have done it. RSGNY has made miracle here in MPL NY, where all things seems to be at a loss. They have bounced back. They have tied the series. They're giving themselves a little bit more hope. It's not over yet. The dream is still alive for RSGNY.
Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, RSGNY managed a recovery.